Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again with another In the Car Chronicles. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do in this video right here, man. Like, share, and subscribe to this video, y'all. Turn this one up for me, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But we're going to call this story right here today, He Couldn't Live With What Happened. Crazy situation, crazy story, but we are where, people? We are in penitentiary, man. And for this story right here today, y'all, we are on Lawrenceville for this story, man. I can remember a time, man, like, you know, being on Lawrenceville, being on a camp where everybody already knew it was a better situation from what they came from, man. Like, you had the people that kind of like took Lawrenceville for granted. Then you had the smart people. Then you had the super stupid people that just lucked up they got on Lawrenceville, man. Like, at the end of the day, man, I feel like you're supposed to be able to master all three to be able to survive Lawrenceville. Like me, I felt like I learned from all the dudes I seen coming to Sussex. Like when you mess up on Lawrenceville, they send you to Sussex. So when everybody used to come to Sussex and everybody be talking to them and they saying they war stories, I'm listening and I can kind of hear what they mistakes used to be slightly while I even being on that camp. But the first mistake they used to be was kind of just like just taking that camp for granted. Like, you know, like I feel like you can't be nowhere and just be like, you just got your feet up like everything is going to be lovely. Wherever you at, you got to stay on point just like you on Sussex. I took my Sussex awareness and my Sussex being super duper paranoid, man. I brought it with me to Lawrenceville. Now, I was able to use those things when I finally started like getting in situations through my bid through Lawrenceville, man. But like in this story right here in the beginning status, kind of like, you know, I was around a bunch of people that kind of didn't want to take Lawrenceville for granted. Now, don't get us wrong. We won't know like we soft or nothing like that going on. It's just that we was just smarter. Like we in a block where we getting along with the 804. You know what I mean? We cool with Richmond. We cool with Petersburg. We cool with Newport News. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't even a Norfolk thing or a Newport News thing or a Richmond thing. It wasn't none of those things. It was just a real dude type of thing. Now, they had particular blocks if you just wanted to be a random hoodlum on Lawrenceville. Like, they'll send you there if you just want to be a hoodlum member, red team or blue team. You just want to just wild out and just wait your turn to get kicked off. They had a place for you to go. But when I started, when I left, I seen how dudes was bitten in San Francisco slightly. The ones that wasn't shake, rattle, and rolling. Like, you know, everybody was in relax mode. Everybody was in chill mode. Like, the way Lawrenceville was designed, it was designed for you to kind of like, you can really stay out the way. Like, it wasn't cells. They were doors. They were brown doors with a big window in the joint. You know what I mean? And they can lock it, but, you know, they open it from the booth. But it's easy to jam. You know what I mean? It was just a bigger cell. Your sink wasn't connected to your toilet. It was just a bunch of different perks that y'all might look at it like it was nothing. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. When I got to Lawrenceville, man, I thought I was in a baby hotel game, y'all. So boom. No, well, man, it wasn't no hotel, man. It was still prison. But still, though, like, to see that, you know, you've been looking at a silver bullet for a lot of years, man. Like, that's the only thing you know that be in your room is a silver bullet toilet that's connected to your sink. You kind of, like, get used to seeing that. So when I came to Lawrenceville, they had a porcelain, all white, just the number 2 toilet. I mean, you pee in that joint, too, you know what I mean? But I'm just like, it was by itself. The sink was over here by itself. So, like, that was a major difference. They had a big table. They had better beds. It was just different, man, in a nutshell, man. So the guys that I was hanging with, man, everybody was chilling. Everybody was in chill mode, man. We was already in agreements like, yo, because we know how I can get. Like the dudes I'm around, like we already been doing time. We already been down, everybody kind of like 5 years or better. Like everybody kind of done a little bid so far slightly, you know what I mean? So ain't nobody really green. So we was already like, yo, we know it's going to be a time where we're going to come up here that might be cool with one of us or cool with you or cool. And you know, we're going to rock with them, but they might not know how to move. Everybody that I was around, like we all was moving right. Like, ain't nobody, if somebody disrespect us, we definitely gonna demonstrate. But like, everybody in the block from all over the globe of Virginia was moving like us. Staying out the way, messing with the la-la, trying to get some money, trying to chase a lady, trying to do something, man. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good place for you to do these things. So, as we chilling and everything goes smooth, it's always something they gotta interrupt it. Y'all already know how it go. But sometimes, like I told y'all, a lot of people will slip through the cracks and make it through Lawrenceville. Next thing you know, they bring somebody up here, man. Man, he end up coming in our block. So when he came in our block, I didn't even know bro was from Norfolk, man. We gonna call him Mike. Now, I didn't even know Mike was from Norfolk, but he came in our block. He know my homeboy. I seen my homeboy talking to him off the rip. So, I didn't want to, really disbelieve he was from Norfolk just off the first look. But at the end of the day, I just say, I don't know, bro. So I ain't say nothing to him. So I see him talking to my homeboy. So my homeboy took him in his cell and gave him some food. Then he came back out and they was sitting by the table and they were just chilling, talking again. So when I finally came down the steps, I seen him kicking it. He was like, hey, Weezy. I was like, what's up? He called me over there. He was like, hey, look. This my homeboy. He called his name. Like, this my homeboy Mike right here, man. He was like, yeah, man. He was like, yeah, we was in the jail together. He was like, he ain't from the town though, but he from such and such, but he cool though, bro. He just got up here, man, telling him, what I mean? I seen him. Dude was like, what's up, man? I docked him up, his handshake was proper. Like, it won't nothing like I can kind of like, take from him to be like, you know what I mean? Like he weak or something like that. It was nothing like that in my mind. But still though, like it's already 3-4 of us, or it's already 4 of us. So I'm looking at it like, I'm not really pressed on like more friends. Like that's how I was really carrying it. Like, I'm not really pressed on new friends, man. Like, I don't care where you from around this time, man. So like, he probably caught my drift, because as soon as I docked them up, I dipped off and kind of let them finish talking, man. So they finished kicking it. So it was time to go to lunch. So after we was about to get ready to get released for lunch, my homeboy always used to come to my cell, but like, you going to eat? I'm like, yeah. So this time when he came to the cell, he opened the door. He was like, hey, look, man. He said, man, that's word. That's he called, bro. And he's like, yeah, we call him Mike, but he was like, yeah, that's Mike, bro. He was like, man, that's word, man. He a rumbling machine, bro. He was like, man, when we was in the jail, man. He said, that's all that man used to do, rumbling them dudes from the town, man. He was like, man, he was rumbling, though. Like, you know what I mean? He a rumbler. I said, man, he a rumbler? He was like, yeah. He was like, man, for real, though, I got to tell him kind of like make sure he chill out, because he was like, he do that basketball thing, bro. And he was like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta let him know that, like, this is just a chill out camp. Like, we chilling. We trying to get some money. We trying to do this. We ain't trying to get in no big riot fight over no nonsense. You know what I mean? So, like, I said, yo, listen, you mean you ain't trying to get in no big fight over no nonsense, bro? I said, where you from? He told me where bro is from. I said, well, look, there's a lot of dudes where he from, man. I said, at the end of the day, bro, this is because somebody come in and you know him, bro. I said, we already talked about this, bro. I can't have everybody back, my guy. So, boom. I gave it to him just like that. Bro was like, man, you right. I was like, man, like, I'm just going to give him the game. Like, it's up to him what he going to do with it. Like, you know what I mean? I said, bro, I'm just telling you, bro, because, like, I don't know dude, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So he was like, yeah, he cool. That's what's up, though. Hopefully he be chill. So he went and hollered at him, you know what I mean? Before we went to chow, you talking to him again. So when we went to go eat, he sat at the table with us and everything. You know what I mean? My man didn't go eat. It used to be all 4 of us. But my other homeboy didn't go eat. So he sat at the table with us and everything. He ate. You know what I mean? Looking around. He seen a couple people he know. You know what I mean? But that's how it be when you first get up there. You just kind of like trying to figure it out. Like you ain't really, you don't really supposed to be trying to like be all crazy all over the place. Like not when you first get to the camp, man, because you never know who's laying on you, man. So your best bet is to kind of just keep your eyes open, remain calm, and just watch your surroundings. That's all you can do. And that's what the dude Mike was doing. So, at the beginning of first impression, you know what I mean? He turned out to be all right, dude. We walked back. We was talking football. He said he was team. He was a Steelers fan. You know what I mean? Everybody was kicking it. It was football season. Everything was good. And I was telling him, bro, I made sure. I was like, look, since I didn't talk to him, I was like, yo, bro, listen, bro, this camp sweet, bro. I was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, this junk sweet, man. I was like, man, like anybody that come here and trick it up, bro. I said they just be trying to trick it up for themselves, bro. I was like, ain't no way in the world dude's supposed to trick this joint up, bro. I said you can get some money, some poo-poo, you can get some food, you can get anything on this camp, bro. I was like, man, ain't nobody tricking this joint up, man. Mike was like, yeah, I've been hearing about this junk, man. I've been hearing about this junk, man. Yeah, I've been hearing about this junk. I'm glad they sent me this junk. He said, I thought they were going to send me to Greensville for real, though, man. He was like, man. So my homeboy was like, yo, look, bro. He was like, yeah, and look, for real, bro. Like, you be on that basketball court. He was like, look, bro, I'm letting you know now. Like, dudes be balling. But at the end of the day, bro, like, we chilling, bro. Like, we ain't even, like reached our max potential on this camp yet. All us kind of new to the camp. So, like, we chilling, bro. So, like, you be on that basketball court, bro. So, he's like, bro, I'm just giving you advice, bro. I don't, you can ball. You know what I mean? But like, I think you should be easy with that stuff, though, bro, because you know how your temper is. He was like, man, I'm good, bro. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect me on the basketball court, man. Like, bro, the basketball court, my exercise, bro. That's kind of why I do my cardio. And that's why, I get, that's why I do my running majority of the time. I get a good sweat. So I like the ball. The dudes be balling in here. They got a team. So we like, yeah, they got some ballers in here. Like, yo, dude right there be balling. B-Mo be balling. Dude right there be balling. And I be telling them the dudes that be balling, you know what I mean? But right then and there, when I seen that, like, you can't make a man let go of his exercise, which is basketball. Like, but the basketball can be a deadly weapon for you, man. The basketball can be a crazy situation for you because you definitely can get into a fight. And next thing you know, you off Lawrenceville, y'all. So boom, I seen it 100 times. I seen a dude that didn't have nothing to do with nothing. His homeboy was balling on Lawrenceville. Next thing you know, his homeboy's fighting on Lawrenceville. He got to jump in the fight. And next thing you know, it's a big fight, getting a riot charge. And next thing you know, they getting shipped off the camp. So like I seen dudes get framed. I seen dudes go down for nothing. And that's what was going on, man. So like, I'm just trying to be more like, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't about being scared. Because at first, when I first got there, I kind of was on edge and like still maniacing, you know, but you know, I'm getting older now. You know what I mean? Like my age is getting up there. I'm like 28 or something like that now. So I'm getting a little older and it's like I'm getting a little smarter. You know what I mean? I already had the potential to be smart, but like, you know what I mean? I'm starting to see things more clearer. It took me a minute to get to Lawrenceville and I'll be dead. I'll let somebody blow that for me, y'all. So boom. That's how I was looking at it, man. So like, bro can do whatever he want. I saw it in his face. I saw it in his face that, you know, he's one of them dudes that gonna let that basketball trick him up because just the way he defended it. I can tell, I know how dudes look. My man, I know a dude, Susses used to always like the ball. Hey, bro, I ain't gonna do nothing, bro. Next thing you know, he rumbling on the court. Like, that stuff is in the way. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's definitely in the way. But we gave him the game. We moved on. So a couple days later, we end up having the gym. Now, the way they used to do the gym by all the numbers, you know what I mean? Like on that side of the yard. So at first they used to do building for building at first, but then they changed it to they was doing by the pods. So like it'd be different days of people had a gym. So if it's our day to have the gym, it'll be all the 3 pods. So it'll be 53 pod and 50 building. It'll be 43 pod and 40 building. And it'll be 33 pod and 30 building. All 3 of those pods, which is 80 some people a piece, will have the gym. So we'll go to the gym. You know what I mean? It's the same equivalence as 3 pods going, just like if it was the building going, which would be 3 pods, but they switched it up and they did just the numbers like 31 go together, 41 go together, and 51 go together. Like it's by the numbers of the pod. So all the 3s was just so happened to be the lit pods. And on 30 building and that side of the yard, basically. Because I know my pod was the littest pod in the building. Like 31 can go up for debate, but 33 always been lit. Y'all can ask anybody around this time. 33 always been lit. But like 43 had a lot of Richmond young boys in there used to get to the money. A lot of dudes in there used to get to the bag. You know what I mean? Different little dudes. Then 53, you know, that's a therapeutic block. They really didn't matter, but just us and the 3, you know what I mean? And 43, they used to look like a lot of dudes in there. So I go to the gym, man. I'm in that joint basically hollering at a dude that I know. That's not from North even Chesapeake, but I'm talking to him. Me and him sitting in a chair watching the game. Now, as I'm watching the game, I'm not paying attention to the game, but me and him talking, but the game is right there in front of us. Like we sitting right on the sideline. So I see, bro, I seen the dude, Mike, one of them dudes that, you know, he feel like if you playing hard defense on him, he do stuff like this. He think he a real NBA player. Like if you hand checking him, he the type of dude that'll, you know what I mean? He'll smack your hand away and, you know, like he get a little physical with you on purpose. And like, I'm looking at it like, you know what I mean? My homeboy ain't in the gym though. My homeboy that rock with him ain't in the gym. So I'm not even thinking about that because he already know the count. I gave him the game. It's up to you if you want to use the game or not, man. So he in the gym acting like everything good. He playing all aggressive with the dude from Richmond that's in 43. He's super aggressive on the court. So it's some dude, the 43 depart Richmond dudes, they rock with a lot of the dudes in our block. But it's one dude in there, man. I ain't gonna call his name. We're gonna call him C though. But C was from Petersburg. I'm gonna say that he was from Petersburg, but he was one of the only dudes that I really see rock with the Richmond dudes super hard. Now, it wasn't like they was Richmond beefing with Petersburg. I'm not saying that, but like usually everybody sticks together is what I'm saying though. You know what I mean? But this particular dude, C, he used to run with the Richmond dudes because he used to rock with the dudes that was in 43, one of the main dudes that was in 43 from the op. So he ain't even balling, he just in the gym. So the dude, Mike, he getting all aggressive with dude. So they get to argue, dude, like, yo, look, man, don't touch my hand no more, bro. I'm playing defense on you, bro. Don't smack my hand no more. What you think this is? The NBA? This word, Mike was like, nah, this ain't the NBA. But you ain't gonna keep hand checking me, though. You ain't gonna keep hand checking me. I'm like, this dude crazy. Like, just hearing the argument was just, it was making my skin crawl because it was stupid. So he like, this ain't got to be. He was like, yeah, this ain't got to be the NBA. This ain't got to be the NBA. So dude like, all right, touch my hand again. Touch my hand again. So they continue balling. So I'm looking, but I'm looking, but I'm talking to my man still. My man like, well, you know, dude. I'm like, nah. I was like, yo, bro, rock with him. I told him, I was like, yo, bro, rock with him. But I was like, you know, he ain't from the town though. But he was like, man, he one of them basketball. Like everybody already know, like you one of them old basketball dudes. Like you choose basketball over Lawrenceville. Like you can stay in shape the best way you can. But basketball ain't nothing but a one-way ticket to get the rumbling, y'all. So boom. And I knew it. That's why I stayed away from it. Like I'm like, man, I can't play basketball, man. As much as I like basketball, I can't. They keep arguing for a little bit more. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Now the game over with. So, you know, the dude Mike lost. So since Mike lost, he on the sideline, kind of just right there. He talking to another dude that he know. He on the sideline still talking to the Richmond dude. Yeah, y'all y'all ain't built like that. Now the dude C is talking to the dude that he was balling. The dude quit from after he win the game. He's on the sideline talking to the dude C in my part now. So they all having a conversation. They all having a conversation. They have a conversation. So next day I know, as I'm talking to my man, I look at my man's eyes. My man like, he point up like, I'm like, I look back. I'm like, I see dude Mike. Mike kind of like, he in backup status though, but it's like 4 dudes coming his way, but he backing up. He like, so it's like they coming the long way, like, you know, they in the full court. So they started on that end. So now he backing up. We sitting like in the middle that can look at the whole court. He walking past, he like, so I see it. My homeboy look at me. I'm like, man, I get up. I'm like, man, hold on, man. I'm like, hold on, man. So everybody, the dude C, it was C that's in my pod. It was 2 Richmond dudes from 43, and it was another Richmond dude. I don't know where the hell he was from, but he was in the joint, bro. This is my word. They walking him down. They like, no, don't run now. He like, back up. He was like, yeah, what y'all gonna do? Back me up. So I was like, man, I get it. Yo, y'all chill out, bro. What y'all gonna do? This like, man, fuck that nigga Weezy. Yeah, fuck. They like, fuck that nigga Sean. Yeah, we ain't fucking with that nigga Weezy. I'm like, man, hold on, bro. I'm like, man, hold on, man. So the dude from the R, that's in 43. His main man, I know him. I was on Sussex with his homeboy. They in 43 part. They super ducked off just like how I be. They got a jack. They chilling, getting money, staying out the way. They not trying to leave Lawrenceville either. So he know me. You know what I mean? I was on Sussex too with him. So that's his man. That's into the situation. So when he see me, he like, yo, what you do? You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, bro, y'all chill, bro, y'all chill. So he like, nah, bro, dude, disrespectful, man. Who the hell is this nigga? I'm like, man, listen, man, that's my man, homeboy. I like, man, come on, man, don't bank him, man. I said, don't bank him. I said, cuz, bro, my man fuck with him, so my man might take it some type of way. I said, man, we ain't got no problem. Ain't no need for it to be no problem. I said, is it that bad? That nigga can't get a fair one. So Mike like, I'll fair one with anybody. Can't nobody fuck with me. Can't nobody fuck with me. So the dude from Richmond was like, yeah, we can rock. We can rock. Like, all right. So it's a little bathroom right there. It's a little bathroom game, like right there. If you walk to the end of the full court on the other side, both sides got the same setup. You know what I mean? But it's a little bathroom joint. Man, my word, man, Mike go in the bathroom with the Richmond nigga, they get the record in that bitch. Boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about no wrestle game. Boom, 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 boom. In a saltine box fight, they boom, 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 boom. I'm standing right there. I'm like, me and my homeboy looking like, man, bro, can't rumble though. They rumbling. Boom, 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 boom. They rumbling like a bitch. So he rumbled the Richmond dude. So Richmond dude like, yeah. So they break it up. He's like, yeah, any one of y'all. Yeah, any one of y'all. What's good? What's good? Any one of y'all. Dude was like, I'll fight him short. So right when they was about to rock, the police came in the joint. Dude was like, yo, the police about to walk back in here. So the lady walk in the joint. She walk in the joint. She said, what everybody doing down there? So everybody kind of broke it up. You know what I mean? The fight between him and bro from Richmond, nobody really got knotted up. It was just hands being thrown and both people was getting touched. So they break the joint up. So they're like, yeah, I'll fight any one of y'all. So the dude start talking to C. C was like, oh, you ain't got to keep being all loud, bro. You ain't got to keep being all loud. When I go in there, we can wreck, bro. I ain't got no problem with that. This is my homeboy right here. I ain't got no problem with that. We can wreck. Now, C was a dude, kind of big dude, little taller than me at the most, had the state glasses. He used to wear the state glasses. I used to rock with him. I used to play spades with him sometimes. Me and him was all right. I didn't have a problem with C. C was a cool dude. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I never knew he was like how he is. You know what I mean? But still, though, I just knew he was still a cool dude. But he rocked with the Richmond dude, so he staying honorable. You know what I mean? So he tell Mike, like, yeah, we can wreck. You know, because after Mike rumble dude, I know people seen it. Like, yo, I ain't, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, we can wreck. When we get back, like, yeah, that's my man. You still got a problem. We can, you know what I mean? So Mike, like, that's a bet. So I tell Mike, I'm like, yo, look. I said, bro, listen. I said, look, bro. I know this, you ready to wreck anybody. I said, but after you wreck him, he in the pod. I said, it's over with, bro. It's over with, man. I'm telling you, man. He was like, man, Weezy, if it ain't over with it. I said, bro, listen. You right, man. I said, you right. He was like, no, I'm just saying, I'll wreck anybody. I said, bro, I know you will wreck anybody, bro. I said, but look, it got to end somewhere, bro. Niggas fighting one-on-one, my nigga. He was like, I said, come on, bro. You with the one-on-one or what, man? He was like, all right, wait till we get back in the pod. Yeah, that's a lot, bro. Hey, when we get back in the pod, bro, I got to have you, bro.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.